When we think about mindful walking, we often consider paying attention to the world around us, the sun, the breeze, nature, and sounds. And that is mindful walking, with a wide focus of attention. With this practice, we're going to bring the focus into our bodies, embodying walking with a very narrow focus. This can often be more calming and is an alternative for walking when you have a very busy mind. So taking a few moments to practice indoors or outdoors, just by a few slow paces, and when you reach the end of your space, mindfully turning around and repeating those spaces going the other direction, with the idea that once you've practiced mindfulness by listening to this track, you can then take this mindful walking wherever you go. This might be a walk in the park, or it may be between your car and your workplace, or down a corridor from one office to the next, using this whenever you find yourself on autopilot as you walk. And beginning by finding a standing posture, being careful not to walk with your feet too narrow, as this can make it very wobbly for you. You may choose to have your hand on a wall or a piece of furniture to help support you. But beginning by bringing your full attention to the sensations in the soles of your feet as you stand in this still position. Notice how dynamic it is, the subtle shifting of weight, perhaps weight carried more on one side than the other. Noticing contact points in the soles of your feet, along the toes, the pads of your feet, your heels. There may be less contact in areas of the sole, maybe beneath the arches, between the toes. Scanning up through the whole body, checking in with yourself, perhaps noticing where you might be carrying tension before you even begin this practice. Breathing into that tension, perhaps it settles. And then shifting the weight to one foot, noticing how this feels through the sole of that foot, as well as through the whole side of that body, and the sensations on the side where the weight has been relieved. And then very slowly take your first step, keeping that focus in the soles of your feet, feeling as the contact rolls from heel to toe, and noticing sensations in the sole of the foot as it swings through the air. Sensing into the ankles, feeling the movement, the compression, the freeness as it swings through, no longer bearing weight. The tiny corrections when you're on one foot. Scanning up through the lower legs. Feeling the constant contraction, release of muscles as they place the foot, bear the weight, swing the leg. Sensing into your knees. Feeling the bend, the straightening, the compression, the release. Noticing if there's aches, discomfort, and acknowledging this. Moving up into the upper legs, the larger muscles, into the hips, noticing sensations in the hip as it bears the weight, and the movement as it swings through. Sensing through the whole of the pelvis, noticing a gentle swing from side to side, how it remains fairly level, even when on one leg. Moving up to the abdomen, the lower back. Perhaps extra tension switched on here as you focus on this task. Breathing in, notice how these muscles need to work to support your body in an upright, mobile posture. Noticing through the chest and upper back. Sensing into the arms and hands. Is there a gentle swing as you take each step? Are you holding them? Or are they fairly loose by your side? There's no right or wrong, just noticing. Is there a heaviness, a tingling? Scanning up through the face. Perhaps a tensioning as you focus, concentrate. And then coming to a place of stillness. Your feet about shoulder width apart. Pausing. Sensing into the whole of the body. Noticing the breath. Your heartbeat. Your body temperature. Pausing to notice what it feels like. To bring mindfulness to walking and embodying this movement. Knowing you can always use this practice whenever you walk, wherever you are.